Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.
Perfect submission, perfect delight, visions of rapture now burst on my sight. Angels descending, bring from above echoes of mercy, whispers of love.
This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Perfect submission, all is at rest. I and my Savior am happy and blessed, watching and waiting, looking above, filled with His goodness, lost in His love.
Though the tears may fall, my song will rise, my song will rise to you. Though my heart may fail, my song will rise, my song will rise to you. While there's breath in my lungs, I will praise you, Lord. In the dead of night, I'll lift my eyes, I'll lift my eyes to you. Though the waters rise, I'll lift my eyes, I'll lift my eyes to you. While there's hope in this heart, I will praise you, Lord. Come on, church! The joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. In the darkness I'll dance, in the shadows I'll sing. The joy of the Lord is my strength.
Hello, everybody. No, you're not looking at a Meatloaf concert. Welcome to Camp Arowana's 2021 Fall Fundraiser main event. Thank you so much for joining us tonight My name is Alex Elkin. I'm a professional stand-up comedian and also one of the voices of the new Tuttle Twins cartoon show that you can find on the Angel app right there on your phone. I'm also lucky enough to be here at Camp Arowana tonight. Camp Arowana has actually been serving campers of all ages for over 80 years now. And we're going to learn more about that just a little bit later. But in the meantime, let me tell you about how this virtual event is going to work. First, we want to interact with you. Yes, you, this is happening. It's real, it's live, and we want you to be a part of it. So please, make sure you've logged into the event site so you can send messages in the chat window below. We want to hear from you. Secondly, please donate tonight. After all, we're here to raise money, and we're here to do it for the Stearns Cottage remodel. It needs it. I think there's no roof on there. The kids are sleeping in sleeping bags. It's awful. There's numerous ways that you can give. You can either give a gift amount to the right of this video and pay by credit or debit card, or you can make a commitment right now and then send a payment later. You can do that by telling us in the chat window how much you'd like to contribute. Email your name and donation to info@camparowana.org, or give us a call at 503-622-3189. And Tricia will record your gift. That number 503-622-3189. And that way, all donations are going to be included in the fundraiser tracker tonight. And we will have a connection with you after the event to work out the best payment method. So what are you waiting for? Donate right now. Finally, we've got a great night planned for you. A lot of work has been put into it, so we want you to just sit back and enjoy the show. Now, one thing I want to mention is that the online auction bidding will be paused during this live event, but don't worry, we're going to open it again after the show, and it'll remain open until tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock. That'll be Sunday, 10 p.m., so make sure to get your bids in then. Now, let me introduce to you a couple of people you may already know. You're used to them telling you all about camp and being hilariously funny. Is that what that says? Anyway. But don't worry, folks. I'm just here to give you some respite tonight. I'd like you to give it up for the Executive Director of Camp Arowana, Ms. Laura Young. And the Program and Promotional Director, Mr. Corey Hughes.
Hi, everyone. Wow, I cannot believe that this night is actually happening. A lot of work and preparation goes into everything we do here at camp, and this event is no exception. Thank you, Alex, for taking on the MC position. And we have a live audience tonight here also, a little one. Thank you, Alex, for being the MC tonight. I am so glad you're here.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and I will get those pictures that you have of me after the show is over.
I also want to thank all of the other people who give of their time and talents to pull things like this off. So thank you to the other Camp Arowana staff and Generations of Promise campaign committee for keeping all of these wheels turning. Speaking of other staff members, where in the world is Corey anyway?
Mr. Corey Hughes, everybody.
Yeah, he was supposed to be here to help me tell you about who we are and what camp does. I did peek at the right time. Oh, I'm not wearing my watch at the moment.
Maybe he's still in the green room powdering his face. You know how he likes his makeup.
Yeah, there's a little high makeup.
Hey, I'm here.
What exactly is it that you're wearing?
Isn't it obvious?
He's a Jedi, right, Laura?
Yeah. That's the lightsaber. Is it tonight the costume party?
No. Remember, this actually isn't a costume party. We're saving the masquerade for when we're actually all in person here in the lodge next year.
Oh, well, You had me all confused with that whole Queen of Hearts thing the other day.
Yeah, there
I'm
was
not excited.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a mix-up. Well, we kind of already did talk about start the program, but are you gonna stay dressed like that?
Why not?
Anyway, you two, can maybe you give us a little bit of more information about camp and maybe update us about the things you've been up to over the last year or so?
Well, essentially, Camp Arowana is a nonprofit camp and conference and event center whose mission is to provide a beautiful, peaceful, and safe environment where people of all generations can experience the transforming power of love and find support through healthy relationships and activities. Pretty much, that sums it up. There are more details on the transition slides that are gonna come up in a little while, so stay tuned in case you're not really sure and you're interested in those specifics about what we do actually do and who we serve. It's some really great stuff. Corey, are you willing to share with us what we've been up to lately? Not us, we already know, but the audience.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, we were able to hold an in-person camp this summer, and we have had some guest groups start returning as well. It's so great to have people back around camp, especially as they discover all the new and improved stuff that's going on. We learned a lot through the COVID, and while we've added a lot of virtual opportunities, we've learned a lot about doing videos, and we've had time to focus on our mission, our procedures, and policies. It's really great to slowly be getting back to what we're here to do.
Yeah, that's right. We're really proud, actually, of how we've all grown and expanded through being forced outside of the box. And we're super proud of the products and the ministry we've been able to produce during this out of the ordinary time. As Corey mentioned, we've been working to solidify the structure of our programs. And thanks to a generous grant, which you'll hear more about later, we were able to pay for an actual accessibility assessment of our whole property and our operations. This has already helped us learn how to better fulfill our mission by being a place and having programs that anyone and everyone can call home.
Wow. You know, that all sounds amazing.
We've also continued to improve our new prayer garden, adding a walking element that combines our already existing trail system. We've added a Gaga pit, which is one of my favorite games. Some paving improvements along our roads and walkways are happening soon as well. And of course, the main lodge exterior looks amazing.
Yes, it does. We're really excited to continue in relationship with all of our guest groups once the dust of the COVID-19 settles. In fact, we already have all of January and February weekends booked with guest groups. Our operations manager, Shannon, she does such a great job of staying in touch with our guest groups amid the many uncertainties the last couple of years have presented. And we've had some new groups choose to come here as well during this time. We have a really exciting new opportunity to work with Timberline Lodge. That sounded funny. That's its new name, Timberline Lodge.
Timberline Lodge.
Yeah, with Timberline Lodge.
Emphasis on the line.
On the line. And helping them to house some of their international seasonal employees. They'll be staying here at Camp Arowana during one of our slowest times of the year, December through March, so it's a win-win for everybody.
Honestly, some really exciting stuff is going on.
You know, some really amazing things are happening right here, right now at Camp Arowana, and it couldn't be done without folks like you. You know, we keep talking about the Generations of Promise campaign, and I'm not sure everyone knows what that is. So, I've taken the liberty to invite Paul and Judy Young, the co-chairs of the Generations of Promise Campaign Committee, to join me now to tell us just what the heck is this all about. Hi, you guys. Paul and Judy Young. Hey, if you guys could just take a moment and tell our audience just a little bit about your relationship to Camp Erewhon.
Oh my. Okay, my relationship, I'll start if you don't mind, is my father helped start in 1941, at least bring some of the facilities, the Camp Bell, here to this property. It was purchased by the American Baptist Convention, and he was helping start, I'll say, the ministry of American Baptist churches. And so, being he's my father, we as a family participated in my remembrance begins with family camp, which was held annually. Plus, on the 4th of July, our church came up here for a routinely for the 4th of July picnic down by the river. So it's been in my, I'll say, blood for that generation and my generation, generations of promise. And then I got involved through college and worked up here. And with that, I brought my wife into this.
Wonderful. So it sounds like, just like the trees around here, you've got some roots planted.
Yes.
I would say that's very true. And I started attending camp as an elementary student and came through high school through the camp. And Paul and I got married during our college years and worked up here together. And so now, as we were a young family and had 3 daughters, they all worked here in the summertime. And now Laura is a big part of this. And since we all live under the same roof, we all help.
It's a family affair. So aside from those wonderful things, why is this specific campaign so important to you?
Well, I think because I have seen over the years the way God works through this place. It's a beautiful place. It's a place where you can really center yourself, and God has moved mightily here, and certainly it's important to us. And being Laura's mom and dad, we get to help a lot.
Yeah, but we're okay with that because it does mean so much to us and our past. And I'll say I came to rededicate my life to Christ here at this camp. What a blessing and a ministry that's vital and fruitful for God.
So Jesus lives here, and that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, if you could sum it up and give me 3 things, just 3 things that everyone should know about the campaign, where would you go with those?
Okay. First of all, it's necessary. It takes hundreds of thousands of dollars each year to keep our offerings affordable to our community so that any camper can come and see what we have to offer.
Absolutely. Secondly, I think holding a campaign like this really gets people involved and excited about what's going on, because it's not just once a year they hear about what's happening. We're, I won't say in their faces, but we are spending more time communicating with people. And we always need that connection.
The third thing I think, as we are spending this next year, 2022, wrapping up this specific campaign, it will be important more now than ever for you to pay attention to what we're putting out there.
So when you mentioned winding down the campaign, what does winding down the campaign mean?
Great question. We started the silent phase in 2016, which we just communicated out and did some testing to find out, would this be a viable project? And by the end of the year, we had talked to enough people that the decision was, yes, let's start on this campaign. And so we started then talking to individuals and getting money and commitments. And the donors, they are starting to come through, and we appreciate all of you. By the end of that year, we decided on $1.7 million to raise on the first phase. That's the first phase in the first 5 years. So
Which means the 5 years is up soon. And we'll spend this last time making a big push for a few more projects and remind people how important it is for them to finish paying their pledges by the end of 2022.
Right. But I want to remind people that just because the Generations of Promise campaign is drawing to a close does not mean camp's fundraising will change or needs any change. We may be not raising funds under this specific title, but camp will always depend on donors to keep moving forward.
Absolutely. Even though this campaign has helped us attain our next long-term sustainability goals, financial contributions will always be needed. After all, it's a true nonprofit that can't and won't ever raise their rental fees high enough to cover all the deferred maintenance and the capital improvement needs we know we still have.
So that you're saying that even after 2022 ends, Camp Arowana will still need people to donate their time and financial resources? Well, you know, this place ain't gonna run itself, and it takes dollars to make sense, folks, and that makes sense to me. You know, speaking of financial resources, how much actually has been raised since 2016?
Yeah, great question. Yes, okay, Alex. The total amount of cash, gifts, and pledges, drum roll, Arowana during this campaign, yes, is $1,498,918.
Now that is amazing, and that's God working in real time. You know, that means that if people give just another $201,082, and I'm just doing the math in my head, over the next year, that camp is going to meet their $1,700,000 grand total goal. Wow! That is inspiring right there. So, now that you know all about the amazing things that your generosity has helped us accomplish through the Generations of Promise, we want to talk about the next project. Laura is out at the site where that project is taking place right now. I'm just going to go ahead and toss this over to her. Oh, well, apparently this Frisbee is going a long, long way, folks. But you know what? In the meantime, while we're waiting, this is the perfect opportunity to get those donations into the chat. We're here because we are trying to make sure that this place stays as beautiful as it was when it first opened, and even better in the future. It doesn't happen on its own. It takes people like you coming together and making it happen. So make it happen right now. Send us those donations and let us know that you care about the future generations of people coming to camp.
Whoa, that was a great toss, Alex. Thanks. I'm so glad you've joined us tonight to celebrate the harvest of the Generations of Promise campaign. So much work goes into keeping Camp Arowana property and ministry not only maintained, but moving forward. In order to be a place where guests want to return, we need to keep our lodgings and bathrooms updated. In order to provide a safe and meaningful experience, both physically and emotionally, we have to be diligent in seeking inclusive, intentional, and relevant approaches to programming and services we offer to our campers and community. None of that would be possible without people who give their time and resources. Although we're using the next year to draw the Generations of Promise campaign to a close, we still have lots of things to fundraise for. In fact, the fundraising will never stop for us. So don't think that just because this specific effort is ramping down, that the need for your generosity is dwindling, because it is not. In fact, I'm standing in the middle of our next capital improvement project, and it still needs funding in order to reach completion. Welcome to the Stearns Cottage remodel. As you can see around me, the demolition has already begun, and it's pretty dramatic. Various volunteers joined us for a few work weekends in September and October to remove furniture, tear out appliances and fixtures, then remove all the wall coverings. The ceiling is going to be next. It has been so exciting to see the beginning results of such a special collaboration. It may be difficult to imagine when it looks like this, but our friends Stephen and Jennifer of Corbick Architects LLC have helped us develop some amazing plans for Stearns, which include pushing out this wall for a bigger gathering space, replacing the old restrooms and kitchen with ADA accessible bathrooms and laundry area, and replacing the entire roof so that we can not only vault a few ceilings, but we can also add a gabled entrance out front and covered porch on the east side of the building. Stearns is going to be transformed into an accessible, multifunctional, and welcoming first impression for everyone visiting camp. In fact, I'm going to take you on a little tour right now. Let's take a look. Welcome back! In addition to all the things happening upstairs and outside, the Stearns Cottage remodel plan also includes enclosing and finishing this space, the underside of the current kitchen and dining room. This will be a private and modern office-type space with its very own accessible bathroom and a snack bar, which will be dedicated for the Rest Stop Ministry, a collaboration between Camp Arowana and a nonprofit called Responder Life Ministries. Our Rest Stop is a safe place for first responders to go when they're on duty. It's a non-contact office, meaning they're not in the public's eye and can stop for a moment to catch up on paperwork, eat lunch, or just find some respite in the middle of a particularly difficult shift. Police, firefighters, federal law enforcement, 911 dispatchers, and any emergency medical personnel can stop by at any time, day or night, 365 days a year. Although the Lodge Loft Lounge has served as a temporary rest stop over the last 8 months, we're really excited for this permanent offering to become a reality. Let's go check out the front. Now that you've seen the space and the plans, I want to tell you why this became our next capital project. For starters, the last 8 years have taught us that the demands for smaller, more intimate group retreat spaces is increasing. And when Stearns is done, it will be the perfect mini lodge to host groups of 8 to 20 people, providing an updated and comfortable space which will ultimately encourage them to return, which will add to our long-term goals of sustainability. The second reason Stearns is receiving this attention is because of how this cottage is already used. Many of our longtime guest groups use Stearns as an administrative hub while carrying out their programs because of its central location to camp. One group in particular is MESD Outdoor School, or ODS for short. If you don't know, Outdoor School is a program that provides all 6th graders in Oregon with the opportunity to stay at camp for a whole week while learning about environmental science, in addition to all of the interpersonal skills kids learn while at an overnight camp, all while actually being in the outdoors. Camp Arowana hosts ODS for about 10 weeks each spring and 8 weeks each fall, with over 2,000 students and teachers attending each year. It's a huge part of what Camp Arowana offers to our community, and we are so thankful that we can. Stearns Cottage is where ODS sets up their program office, staff meetings, and nurses station while they're here. It's where campers check in for the week, so it's usually where first impressions are made. This places special importance on its functionality and aesthetic, 2 things it seriously lacks. When finished, both youth and adults alike will appreciate the thoughtful design, the purposeful additions, and accessible amenities Stearns will have to offer. The goal is to have this space completely transformed by the end of March, just in time for Outdoor School to move in after a 2-year delay from COVID-19 shutdowns. How fun will it be to welcome them back to this amazing upgrade? Okay, are you ready for the money talk? This entire project is estimated to cost around $340,000 because it includes some major changes and additions to what you see now, including foundation work, tree removal, whole roof replacement, and all new finishings and fixtures. That's a huge price tag. But don't let that number overwhelm you. Some of the great news we want to share with you tonight is that because of our partnership with Outdoor School, the Oregon State University Extension Service Outdoor School program has awarded Camp Arowana a grant of $196,000 for the project. Isn't that amazing? It's important to them that camps who host ODS have what they need to make overnight camping successful and accessible to everyone. And we're reaping the benefits of that generosity and like-minded priority. Of course, we spent weeks writing and rewriting a grant application for it, but the reward is making it possible to move forward right now with the first phases of this project. If I do the math correctly, and yes, I know that's rare, this means we need to find another $144,000 to actually complete the project. Luckily, we raised about $12,000 of that earlier this year during our fun run walk event. So that leaves just $130,000, which isn't that daunting considering this is almost the exact amount you helped us raise last year at our 2020 fall fundraiser for the lodge back roof. So will you help us do it again now? We set our fundraising goal for this event at $50,000 in new gifts and pledges for Stearns Cottage, but it would be truly special if we ended up matching last year's efforts and were able to secure $130,000 tonight. I think we could do it. Don't forget that you can give to this effort right now, tonight. Alex is doing a great job of telling you how, so I just want to ask you, please give so that all of these plans and dreams for Stearns Cottage can come to fruition sooner rather than later. Thank you for your ongoing support of Camp Arowana through the Generations of Promise campaign so that this ministry can continue growing stronger. Alex, this beauty is headed your way.
All right. It's going to catch up with my teeth. You know, that sounds like an exciting project, and it's so exciting to see the work already happening. And folks, if you're noticing any kind of glitches or anything going on your end, remember, that's because you haven't donated yet. So make sure to get those in right away. But what we want to talk about now is just take a moment and speak about the heart and soul of what camp really is and what it's all about, what it does, and what you have to say about what interests, well, the kids, the campers, the folks who really count here. How about a bit of an update? Corey?
Thanks, Alex. I'm standing here outside the camp office enjoying this beautiful fall day. You can see behind me our brand new Gaga Ball pit. What is a Gaga Ball pit, you ask? Gaga Ball is an Israeli game that's a big hit at camps and schools all over these days. It's similar to dodgeball in that everybody gets inside the space and bats a ball around trying to get each other out. There's more detailed rules, but I'll let you learn them the next time you're here to play. Basically, it's a fast-moving game that involves opportunity for lots of people to play and for campers to work together to make flexible rules themselves as they play together. The Gaga Pit got its first use this summer as we were able to finally have campers here after a year and a half. It was so great to be back together again. We've done a lot of work the last couple of years building up and fortifying our programs by focusing on training and orienting our volunteers, equipping them to be the best person for the job of serving our campers. We've worked hard at creating and following through on policies and procedures, expectations and standards, so that our program camps run smoothly and are safe for all campers and volunteers. In order for everyone to have the best experience possible, we know that we have to stay on top of so many details months, weeks, and days in advance. This means raising the bar for ourselves as well as our volunteers and camper families. Because of the work that has gone into these details though, the camp sessions run so much smoother and everyone is better able to enjoy the fun times and comfortably delve deeper into worship and conversations about Jesus. While campers of all ages are present together during our winter and summer camps, we divide them into cabin groups based on their current or just completed grade for some age-specific conversations and activity times. This summer, our campers chose specific animal groups to represent their age groups so that moving forward from now on, winter or summer, campers will know that if they are in, for example, grades 1 and 2, they are the bobcats. If they're in grades 7 and 8, they are the owls, 9 and 10, they're the coyotes, etc., etc. We are working on ways to incorporate those animals in fun ways, which you will be able to see starting this winter camp, February 18th through 21st. Also beginning this winter camp, we will begin a new Camp Passport tradition. When a camper checks into camp, they will get a Camp Passport booklet that they will be able to take home and save as a souvenir. Each time they participate in a camp session, they can bring their Camp Passport with them and get a new unique stamp specific to that program session added to their booklet. Yes, volunteers, you can get a Camp Passport when you serve as well. Building some of these fun little traditions into our programs creates camaraderie and fun memories that campers can share for many years to come. Speaking of traditions, who doesn't love to get a snow cone from the camp store to sip on, or chew on, drink from? What exactly is it that you do with a snow cone? Anyway, I am now standing on the approximate site of our future camp store. That's right, coming very soon, we will no longer need to keep all of our snacks and camp merch inside that little closet in the kitchen. You won't need to go up to that window to place your orders. Instead, you will be able to come inside an actual camp store and browse the selections before making your purchase. This will be so handy since we've been adding so many really cool merch options and focusing more on snacks instead of just sugary candy and sodas. We hear you, parents. While these program items and the camp store are not directly benefiting from the fall fundraiser event, the momentum and involvement of the fall fundraisers most definitely helps to make it all happen. In fact, lastly, I want to encourage you to get involved in our programs. We are always nagging for volunteers to serve as camp grandparents, medics, camp counselors for sure, wellness counselors. We must have a full complement of volunteers in order for us to run each camp session. By the way, program volunteer applications are now available on our website. So no more waiting until the week before camp to return your volunteer application. In fact, we won't accept it unless we have it in hand before the deadline. Get it done now, and it covers the entire 2022 year. Of course, we are also always looking for volunteers to come and work with our Wednesday guys, getting random behind-the-scenes projects and chores done around camp. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without the commitment of that small handful of folks who show up every week all year round. And we always need lots of helping hands for other random volunteer work days throughout the year. We're even now offering credit towards your camper registrations if you or your camper serves at one of our volunteer work days. We are so very grateful for the many ways so many people give toward Camp Arowana. With your generous prayers, financial gifts, and time, God's mission here is lived out, and campers, volunteers, churches, schools, organizations, all have opportunity to experience a beautiful, peaceful, and safe environment where they can experience the transforming power of love and find support through healthy relationships and activities. Thank you. Back to you, Alex.
Even more exciting stuff. Okay, so we've been over what camp has been up to and how to get involved, but what do others say about this place? What are the people that come here actually saying about Camp Arowana? I think we should hear from a few actual campers. We've got some guests here with us. Joel, I'd love to know one thing you love about camp, other than the fact that everybody digs that super cool hat.
So, the thing that I really love about Camp Arowana is that they are dedicated to helping people grow, not just the people who are the campers like me, but future people coming in. Good example was when they did the ADA accessibility thing. But basically just willing to help people grow, and because they've been letting me stay here when outdoor school got canceled. So it's been great.
Anna and Chris, we'd love to know just one thing that you love about camp.
I would have to say for myself, one thing I love about coming here is when you hit the road, that comes to this driveway, you can feel a sense of relief and happiness. So you don't even have to get to camp, and you already get those overwhelming feelings.
My favorite thing about Camp Arowana is all the fun that you can have here. I mean, I'm an adult. I never was a camper as a child here, but bringing my children here and being here myself, you can't help but have fun.
Addie,
Yeah.
can I borrow $5? No, we'd like to know. I'd like to know one thing that you love about Camp Arowana.
Well, I came here, like my first time was in 3rd grade, I think. And basically it's just so much fun to like hang out with my friends at camp and like do a bunch of fun activities and be able to like go to like the worship center and go hang out. It's a lot of fun.
If you've ever wondered what I look like without a beard, this guy right here. This is my son, Aaron. Aaron, tell us one thing that you love about your experiences here at Camp Arowana.
One thing I love, you know, I think the most important thing that I think everyone should think about, the one thing that drives me to this camp, is how good the food is.
Woo!
That's my boy.
Helen McKenzie.
Building lasting family memories. It's a huge thing, and it's only because of participation from people like you. Okay, now, our goal for this evening is to raise $50,000.
Woo!
Well, Laura, Corey, where are we at?
Well, I'd like to know, actually. Because the video feed for us standing here on the stage hasn't been really working properly this evening, we're not really totally sure how much money has been raised.
Which means we need more donations so that we can get a ticker and a counter that would work and let you know how much we've raised tonight. But I'm sure it's quite a bit, and I hope it is.
Yes, so I do want to, I would still like to do the challenge we talked about doing. But we would like to see if there's anybody watching who is interested in donating $500. Because if we get someone to donate $500, then Joel, who was just standing up here, sitting up here in the cowboy hat, he'll do the worm right here.
No. If you'll throw in an extra $250, he'll do the worm with the hat on.
Oh, yeah!
How about that?
So
Now,
Joel has done the worm
$750.
for celebrities before.
Oh.
So he has done the worm for the Newsboys. Like he did, he showed them him
What?
doing the worm. He has done the worm for Weird Al.
Weird Al Yankovic, folks.
Whoa.
That's a real name.
Yeah.
And I forget the third one.
Huge star.
Yeah.
We're just gonna throw it out there. He did it for Miley Cyrus. It was incredible. It was the best. She'd never seen a better worm.
Totally.
Greatest worm ever.
Yeah, so what we can do right now is I think I might be able to see the chat box that's happening. It looks like we do still have a few people joining us tonight. One is my daughter, Danny. Hi, Danny. Shout
Welcome,
out.
Danny.
And so if you are joining us tonight and you can see that chat box, you're logged in, then if you would like to donate to Camp Arowana, you don't have to do it tonight. You don't have to put your credit card information in. You just need to say it in the chat box. It sounds like there might actually be somebody who...
What's the total so far?
Oh, the total so far. So
Okay.
let's before we say that, I mean, you can give us money any second of any day. But it looks like right now the total we've raised through this event at the very moment is $5,280 and 75 cents.
And whoever donated 75 cents, we know who you are. You can do better.
Well, and one of the things that we have learned through doing these virtual events is that a lot of people are busy. It's hard for them to attend a specific time, and that doesn't mean that our donors and supporters aren't donating and supporting. So they may not be here right now giving the money, but last year the bulk of our funds for our event came in after the event. So don't get discouraged.
I'm not discouraged. I mean, I'm not even here right now.
So I would like to see if there's anybody watching, type it in the chat. Do you intend to send $500 in a new gift? I know that there's some people watching who already give regularly. If you're interested in giving $500 more, then write it in the chat, and Joel will get up here to do the work, right?
I'll even wear a dinosaur costume.
Oh.
Wow.
Kind of a dinosaur costume.
He just upped the ante and said that he would wear a dinosaur.
So we're looking at a prehistoric worm and a cowboy hat, folks. If this is not a viral TikTok video by morning, I don't know if I want to live in this country anymore.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. So it doesn't look like we're getting any, but that's okay. We can kind of just talk about what happens next. Do you know what happens next, Corey?
Well, for the show?
Yeah.
Well, we have other prizes for gifts to come in as well. So we have, 1 second.
Oh, we forgot the prop.
That's all right.
Oh, we have a handy dandy cart.
Look at this. You could win this cart. This cart could be yours. Look at the wheels. They work. Who could ask for a better cart?
No, we need this cart in the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah.
So instead of the cart, in lieu of the cart, we'll give you something that you can actually wear. Corey, would you mind telling us about this beautiful hoodie?
This is a zip-up Camp Arowana hoodie that comes in this forest, I don't know, is that a forest green kind of sort of color? And which matches.
Army green?
It's an army green.
Some of your donations will go towards Corey's color blindness. Act now.
It has this special logo that is only available on this hoodie, and it's recognizing the 80 years that Camp Arowana has been around, and it is an image of the rock at our driveway that is iconic for Camp Arowana.
No other rock like it in the world, folks.
But how does somebody get that sweatshirt?
They give money to Camp Arowana tonight.
Tonight. Or at least they tell us tonight that they're going to give money. Yeah. Well, why don't we just talk about some of the other things we are going to have for sale in our camp store?
Sure, we have other merch items here too. You already saw one. We have flying discs. There are flying discs. They're not the other one. That's
The word
it's
frisbee.
copyrighted.
Corey doesn't like the F.
Copyrighted.
Oh, you can't use the F word. Okay, we're not. It's a family show. We're not doing it.
And we have stickers and patches available. One is recognizing our 80 years, and one is an I Love Camp Arowana Bell Tower one, sort of like the t-shirts that are real popular these days. All over.
80-year-old collection. What about this drinking vessel?
Oh, that's a drinking vessel. It's a water bottle that you could drink out of. I drink out of one on my desk all the time. The same one, not that one, but the same design. And then we have these pretty cool shirts. These also are celebrating our 80 years of existence. And they have this logo. All of these 80 years items have this logo that one of our good friends, former staff and volunteer, Anastasia Powell's designed that logo. And she's a great artist and friend and supporter of Camp Arowana. So you'll want those or special edition shirts that they're gonna go away sometime soon when they sell out.
Yep. So as you can see, we have some cool stuff in our camp store. We are soon going to be launching an online catalog. It just hasn't happened yet. So for now, if you want any of these items, go ahead and email Corey, because he will connect with you about your size and how many and how many thousands of dollars you'd like to donate in order to get any of these items. So stay tuned for the online store eventually. I think that's it for tonight. I really just want to say thank you to everyone who made this evening possible. Alex, we really appreciate you being here.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. I really thank you for having me. I enjoy being had. And It's moments like this when you can share it all together that makes it so meaningful. Make the moments count. Bring your families here and send your donations out this way so that more families can make those moments together.
Yep. So we are going to call it a night. Oh, but I don't need to say that because that's it for now.
Yeah, we got rid of the teleprompter a long time ago.
But you can make sure that you pay attention to all of our social medias, check your emails, make sure that we have your current information so that we can be sending you emails and newsletters, and make sure that you're subscribed, liked, following, whatever it works for whatever platform, so that you can know what's going on, because we throw all of our information all over out there in the air, and so, but you have to click certain things to get it. So make sure that you are liking, subscribing, or whatever, and we have your current address.
And make sure to donate big, because if you do, next year they might be able to afford the real Hagrid from Harry Potter to host this event instead of your B-rate you got tonight. But it was my pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you so much.
Wait, one more thing before we sign off, if we haven't already. All right, so you can see to either side of us that we have a display of items, and you might have been thinking, what is all that stuff? This is all some of the items that are listed on our online auction, which is paused at the moment. Bidding is paused. It doesn't mean it's closed, it's just paused during this event, during this live event. And then in just a few minutes after we sign out and after we get some things taken care of, we're going to unpause the online auction. So be sure to stick around for a few minutes to get to that. All you have to do is at the top of your page where it says the Camp Arowana Fall 2021 fundraiser, and then it says homepage. Click that, and then it'll take you where at the top there will then be the option to see the catalog. There is some amazing stuff. Corey, do you have a favorite of some of these things?
Well, there's all sorts of really cool Beatles stuff. If you're a collector or just like the Beatles, I like the Beatles. We have a really nice table that our facilities director, Sean Clark, made.
Wow.
We even have doors from Stearns Cottage that are older than maybe our combined ages here. And you can have one of those iconic doors from when you stayed at Stearns.
Yep. The doors aren't listed yet. They're going to be listed on that auction tonight. So be sure to check it out. And then the last piece of information about the auction is that it's going to be open until tomorrow, Sunday, at 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Is that right? Pacific? Because we're on daylight savings.
So give. You got the Beatles, you got the Doors. What more could you ask for?
Nice. Thank you guys. Enjoy and give. I mean, thank you for enjoying. Hopefully you enjoy.
And give.
Give.
Don't be cheap, give.
Bye.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.